Hey guys, here's part two. Now, this past April, Bethany and I attended the Cherry Blossom Festival in D.C. And unfortunately, and of course, I should mention we skipped the parade this time, and we met up with her friend who's named April, but but she's not related to my friend. But anyway, and while we were in line, of course, the festival this time around, instead of being held near near the Federal Triangle metro station like it always is, it was held outside Nationals Park. And while we were wandering around, Bethany, April, and I met up with Bethany's anime group, and of course they said I could be an honorary member since they understood I can't always make it to the meetings because of my schedules. But anyway, and we ran into a few friends. We ran into this girl who we've met many times before, who cosplays as AG Hino from Kamen Rider O's, and of course our friends Steven and Jiro and Lena, all of whom cosplay as fellow Kamen Riders. In fact, I was wearing my driver, and Bethany was wearing her Wizard driver. And I was hoping to look for a Kamen Rider Ghost mask, but they only had Spectre, and they also had the Shocker Troopers. But they also had this, Ultraman X. And I'm thinking of maybe cosplaying as X. In fact, I found the color timer, and the X devicer, and I just need to get those and the cyber cards, and of course do some clothing, paint some clothing, and I could do a pretty good street clothes at Ultraman X. Anyway, the festival was pretty fun. In fact, because it was the cool thing about it being outside Nationals Park is that I learned that the All-Star game for the 2018 All-Star game is actually being held at Nats Park, and my dad and I immediately thought it'd be cool for my dad and I to go to because we're both baseball fans. I mean, the Nationals are my secondary, but I'm a New York Yankees fan by blood, by DNA. Anyway, it was really fun. We walked around. I saw only 10 Mustangs that day instead of the usual 15 or so like I usually do. And it was overall really fun. I can't wait for next year. Now, this past May it was a rarity for me. I did something that was rare for me. I actually went to the May Yu-Gi-Oh preview, and the reason why it's rare is because it was usually held on Mother's Day, and I was hardly ever able to make it. But this time around, it was held on the first Sunday of May, which was not Mother's Day. And I should mention ahead of time, I also saw 10 Mustangs that day. Bethany and I, we met up there, and we hung out in the line, but a lot of people crowded the line yet again at Dream Wizards. And while we were there, we got a ton of new cards, and I also got my 6,300th card. I got this guy in a trade, a symbol of friendship, and I'm contemplating using this in a deck someday. But anyway, it was really fun, and I'm definitely I'll be going to the next preview in about 2 weeks. 3 weeks, because it's an important time for Bethany and I, because it's the anniversary of the time when she and I first met. But I did not go. Unfortunately I couldn't make it to the August preview because of Otakon. But Bethany was able to make it, but she got me some cards. I'll talk about that later in the blog. But anyway, the crowding, like I said, was the only problem I had, because those guys, they crowd it, and they start smoking, and it makes it hard for me and others to breathe. But I have nothing against Dream Wizards, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have met Bethany, who became one of my best friends. And it's my favorite place to go to for Yu-Gi-Oh previews, mostly because all the other places that are close to me are either small or too far away. So I prefer Dream Wizards above anything else. Anyway, this ends part 2. I got some reviews to talk about, actually.